Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gets My Goat. It's me, Keris Nelms, again from the Cotswolds, where I am tonight. We've got the fantastic D Maxwell back with us.
Yay! How are you?
And remind us where you are in the UK.
I'm just next to Glasgow in Ayrshire.
And that's your posh voice you're using there, isn't it?
Yes.
Lovely. We got Danny Post still back. You right, Danny?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you, Keris?
Fine, thank you. And whereabouts are you?
Sunny Hartlepool, and it is sunny at the minute. Quite nice.
It's sunny everywhere. And join us tonight for the first time. We got Esther Manito. Hello, Esther. You all right?
Hi. Yeah, no, I'm good, thank you.
And whereabouts are you in the UK, Esther?
I'm in East London.
East London, love it, love it, love it. This is Gets My Goat.
Yes.
Hi, Andy. This is Gets My Goat. Now we've got these three comedians. This is a chat show about things that gets on people's goat. And if you've watched this before, this is where three comics lose their shit over stuff that pisses them off. Danny is heading for some kind of heart attack or breakdown every week. We're just adding to that. It's the stress. He had hair before this started, and he's just stressed all out. Let us know where you're watching from, and the best thing you can do for us as well is just share the link so we can get more viewers. You can also donate, but also join us live with the comments. We've got Jim behind the scenes that can add your comments onto the screen. Just say hello and tell us where you are tonight. We're just going to crack straight on, Esther. We're one of yours straight away. Mouth open while chewing. Tell me, Esther, tell me.
Can't handle it. And what's really bad, I can't handle noise. I can't handle noise eaters anyway. But what's really driving me mad is that I'm on lockdown with my kids and they're real fucking slurpy fuckers. And I think before lockdown happened, I could manage it. But now I just find myself just like, close your mouth when you eat. And they're just like,
How many kids have you got, Esther?
Two.
So, and are you
honestly, hats off to people that have more, but I'm like,
are you with their dad or not?
Yes.
Is he a noise eater as well?
No, but I think we're just getting to the stage where I'm just like, can you breathe any louder? So we're just getting to that stage.
The kids is eating, but your husband's past the eating stage, and it's like, can you stop fucking breathing, please?
I don't understand all these people that. I just don't understand all these people who are like, I'm just really enjoying all this like bonding time with my family. Like, there's a couple opposite that went and got engaged. They got engaged like 8 weeks into lockdown. They were like, I want more of this. I just want you forever, just your face. That I just can't get enough of it.
Yeah, no, my mum's here. Yeah, my mum's here with me, and she's slowly getting on my tits. I'm going to have to suffocate her in her sleep, which is going to be quite easy because she sleeps next to me, Esther. This is the kind of things that you're not aware of. This this is a thing because I've been single for about 10 years, right? And if I ever went on a date with somebody and we went out for a meal and I'd just fucking walk. I can't be doing with shit like if they're doing shit like that at the beginning, I'm going to kill them already. So this is good. Anything to add on that? Anything to add? Yes.
No, it's one of my daughter. I've actually made her that bad about it, about closing her mouth, that she actually can't sit in the room with people eating. She's got that proper thing where she cannot handle the slightest noise because I've been and my son comes next to me and he does it on purpose like his dad used to when I used to stay with his dad. And I think his dad's fucking paying him, but he sits next to me and he goes, in the cupboard, and like you said, Esther, I don't have the man, but I have 3 children. Luckily, my oldest stays with her nana because she's too much like me, and sometimes I wanted to lock her in the cupboards. But my girls, my other girl Sienna, just walks about in a bubble. Like, what? I'll do it in like 2 minutes. Like, man, chill out. And then a wee boy sitting next to me going,
Danny is
Yeah, that does annoy me, but I tell you what also annoys me, right, is when people are drinking with a straw, say they're at McDonald's or something like that, right, and they're drinking the drink, and you know that their drink's finished, and they start going with a straw. I'm like, stop now. You know your drink's finished. Just buy another drink. Do you know what I mean? It winds me up.
Yeah.
Now, in the defense of that, that's normally a milkshake sound, and you are trying to get up the last remnants. of the milkshake.
Because with a milkshake, it's like you're trying your best to suck the fessler up. It's like a bloody challenge, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like you need to train your bloody lungs to get it up there. You're like,
just remove the lid.
And then eventually the milkshake softens and you get it up, don't you?
Just 1 second. Can we just do that action again, Danny? Yeah. Cool. I like that. Hey, Benjamin.
Someone must have screenshot.
Hi, Benjamin.
What the fuck goes on in this?
If you're watching at home, please share the link. You can join us live. Live comments will appear along the bottom. So if you've got anything that gets on your tits, just let us know. Tell us what gets your goat, and you can also join in with the comedians' things that gets on their goat. Danny, let's go. Based on pretty much the same thing, Danny. Rules about food sharing.
Rules about food sharing, right? Now, I don't mind if, like, say I'm out and I've got a bag of crisps with me and I'm just walking along the street and I'm chatting to a mate and I say, do you want a crisp? And they're like, yeah, that's fine, right? What's not fine is when I'm in the house and I'm about to make myself a sandwich and I say to Amy, do you want a sandwich? And she says, no. And I'm like, right, I'm going to ask you again, do you want a sandwich? And she says, no. So I make my sandwich and I'm looking forward to the sandwich. I'm sat there. I'm just about to take a bite. She's like, "Oh, give us a bite of that." I'm like, "No, I've asked you twice if you want a sandwich." Do you know what I mean? You cannot share under those circumstances.
That's such a classic. Divorcer.
Yeah,
absolutely. All I can say is, in defence of Amy, and I know Amy, is that we probably don't want a sandwich, and then that sandwich smells and looks so lush that maybe in defense of Amy, I'm here. If anybody touches my fucking food, they're gonna die. That episode in Friends where Joey Tribbiani, somebody tries to pick his chips. Was it Rachel? And he's like, Joey doesn't share. That's my favorite line. If anybody tries to take my food, Joey doesn't share. And they perfectly straight away understand that they better not touch my food because I will break their fucking arm. D?
Well, I do hate this, right? But see, when I was pregnant with my little boy, right, as this little boy again, I really think I should have put him on eBay. But anyway, I was pregnant with my little boy, and my ex-partner said to me, he said, "Do you want to get a pizza?" And I went, "Oh, I don't know, the greasy stuff, and you know, I'm bloated as it is." He's like, "Well, I'm getting one, and I'm getting a big one. I'm starving, and you're not getting a fucking bit. So you better tell me just now if you want it." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, babe. No, I don't think it." And then it came in, the whole smell thing, and because I was pregnant, right? So I'm like, "Can I get a bit?" Right? And he's like, "Are you fucking joking me, man? You're joking me. I've sat for an hour. I've said about it. I've told you. I've discussed it. Decide how hungry. In fact, just have the fucking pizza." Meanwhile, I'm like, "Why are you doing this?"
See, I don't think I'm ever in the situation. If anybody ever said, "Keris, do you want a sandwich?" I'd say yes. "Keris, do you want a pizza?" I'd say yes. I don't think I've ever been in the position where I've gone, "No, I'm all right, thanks." And then when the food's turned up, I'm trying to get it. I will always say yes.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what else annoys me when you're out having dinner, right? When you're out having dinner with whoever it is, and like, you know, like, so Amy will have, she doesn't like tomatoes, but they'll have tomatoes on the plate as like a side salad. And she just gets them and just puts them on my plate. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Well, you said you like tomatoes." "Yeah, but not fucking 200. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have the tomatoes that are on my plate, but not yours as well. I don't want an overload of tomatoes."
I mean, chips, yes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tomatoes, fuck off. Esther, what were you going to say?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I think I'm like D's ex. I'm like that. I get that angry that when, like, I've got something, and my husband, he'll be like the one that should really reduce the breathing noises. He'll be like, "Oh, that looks nice. I'll have a bit of that." And I'm like, "Your ex, dear." I'll just be like, "I'll have the whole fucking thing then. Don't know why I bother. I'm just going to go and sit and smoke a flag in the garden."
Do you know
Flag it all off.
Do you know what, Esther? I've done that the other night. I got myself a nice lolly because we're on a diet, right? And a nice lolly, right? A Vim Twice lolly is 39 calories. So there's now in them and they're lovely, right? So I'm having my lolly and she's like, "Can I have a lick of that?" I'm like, "No." I said, "You know the rules?" She was like, "Oh, just give us a lick." So anyway, yes, you know, no, she led the rules and now we're out.
They're on the wall.
Yeah.
Read the rules. They're on the wall.
I give her a bit of
Amy, lick the rules.
Yeah, so I thought, right, do you know what? I'm going to let her break the rules, and I give her a little bit of the lolly. So she went, oh, here's another bit. I went, have the fucking lolly. I'm getting another one because I've put these in my calories. All right. And I stormed to the fridge and got myself another lolly.
Oh, I feel so sorry for Amy now that she's broken the rules. Well, fuck me, mate. If you ain't going to let her lick your Vimto lolly, you can fuck off if you want a blowjob, but that would be my fucking answer to what you said. So D, let's go to one of yours, D. People who tell half the story, D.
Do you know, my mum does it all the time, right? She'll go, oh, wait to tell you this. I was on the phone at your Auntie Alice. You'll never guess, but what was his name again? Was it Jay? You ken how it stays down the end of the road? Well, it's her brother. For the life of me, I can't get his fucking name. Oh, I'll need to phone your auntie. I'll phone you back. Fuck off then and get the full story.
Yeah. Oh.
I know what probably one of you is going to relate this to is when people put on Facebook just like one word or oh shit, oh fuck stuff up or something, and people are like, are you okay, hun? What's going on?
Yeah,
you're okay, hun.
The word hun in there, haven't they? With a proper hun, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
So
you're right. You're right, babe.
Esther, do you have problems with people telling half a story?
You see, my mum doesn't tell half a story, but she takes a lifetime to tell a story. So you can literally go. I just go and like unload and reload the dishwasher, and I come back, and she'll be going. And then which by the way, I think this is something that's like generational because kids do it and old people do it, and no one in between. You know how kids will come up to you and they'll be like, and then I want, and you're just like, just. What is it you want? But my mum will then ring and do the same thing, and she tells, and it's just a lifetime of her sitting there really going round and round before she just gets to the point.
And you don't know the people she's talking about. You couldn't give a flying fuck about
people.
See, I haven't got that on the end of the phone at the moment. I've got that in the house,
in your bed,
in my bed, sat next to me. Danny, does anyone ever tell half a story?
Yeah, it annoys me, right? When someone, it's not even the fact that they're telling half a story. It's like they don't think the story's important enough to tell you. Like they'll say, "Oh, so I was at the shops the other day and I was talking to Steve and oh, actually, do you know what? It doesn't matter. No, it does. It fucking It's not important. No. It does matter.
Go on, Esther.
You know when when you're telling a story and then people try and end the sentence with you. So you'll be like, so I was walking down, they'll go, the street. And you're like, no, the stairs. And then I was talking to your husband, no, the dog. And you're just like, were you there? Like, no, there's a reason why I'm telling you because you weren't there.
No, Danny, the reason they didn't finish that story is because he realised as he was saying it that they were actually slagging you off. And then he had to kind of retract. Oh, no, actually, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No.
Right, we're going to go back onto one of Esther's topics.
Yes,
I don't know where you're going to go with this one, Esther. Daniel Craig's mouth.
Can't handle it.
What's wrong with it?
Can't handle it. Daniel Craig can't handle it. No, he looks like a ball bag. He does this pout, and he just looks like a scrotum with two eyes drawn on. Can't handle it.
Craig's mouth. Scrotum.
Yes. Oh, dude.
Oh, here he is.
Look at that mouth. Look at that. The most. It's a real. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Stop it. Everyone goes on about Posh Spice and her pal or fucking Keira Knightley. Daniel Craig, what the hell are you doing? He's got a mouth like a ball bag. Can't fucking handle it.
That is a pout. That is a natural pout, though, isn't it? You know, I don't know whether he's trained to do that. I mean, I'm sure if you were his acting teacher, Esther, you wouldn't have wanted him to do that.
To be fair, I've Googled it. You see Matt doing it in every single photo, which is, I mean, even in that photo.
I mean, could you imagine, though, going on a date with him and he's sat with that expression opposite? I mean, I'm sure he's not, you know, that fussed about going on a date with me, but imagine if you were sat with it and he sat with a
face.
Oh, I don't. Do you know? I don't
do that as well.
What she looks like.
Do we mind anybody else that's got a face like a ball bags. Looks like a starved growler to me. Anybody else that facial features fuck you off, D or Danny?
Well, I don't think the facial. I do agree. What really annoys me is people that are over Botox, and I don't know if they're raging with me, happy with me, in love with me, sad. I don't know what's happening, and it really fucking annoys me.
Yeah, and they're in the front row of your gig, and they're sat there like this, and you don't know whether they're enjoying what you're saying or not. And you're like, for fuck's sake, if everyone was like you, I'd end up giving this up because it would fuck with my mental health.
Well, if you think going forward now it's going to really fuck with your mental health going forward, because they'll all be sat there with masks.
I know. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You like doing a call?
They can't see you talking. Nothing worse than a trout pout. If you're watching at home, please share the links so we can get more viewers. You can join in. This is Gets My Goat. Tell us what pisses you off. These three comedians are telling us what gets on their tits. We're going to move on to another one of Danny's lottery winnings and anxiety. Please
right. This is only if you've got the lottery app, right? So I'll put the lottery on, and if I've won a prize, I will get an email and it says you've won a prize. So the first thing you do when you've got an email saying you've won a prize from the lottery, you start counting the bastard, don't you? You start going, oh my God, I'm going to get this. We're going to travel America for a year. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And then you're opening it and you're going, oh my God. And then you're clicking on the link. You need to put your password in. You can't because you're shaking. Do you know what I mean? And then eventually you put your password in. You've won another lucky dip. You think, oh, just fuck off, lottery. Do you know what I mean? I had all this spent.
I like that. So I don't do the lottery. Esther, do you do the lottery?
No, I never win anything, so I don't bother.
Yeah.
I
do it on the big ones. I used to do it on the big ones where the Euro Millions were quite big. And then I wouldn't look at my ticket. If it hadn't been claimed, I wouldn't look at my ticket. And then for a few days, you can just ride that wave of, it's still not been claimed. It must be mine. Yeah. And every day I used to say to my dad, has it been claimed yet? And he'd be like, no. And I'm like, it's mine. And then the next day he'd come in and be like, it's been claimed. And I'm like,
can you remember years ago, right, when your nana, would you be sat there with your parents and you know, we didn't know the lottery numbers because we didn't watch it on the telly, and you're like, hey, well, I still don't know them lottery numbers, Daniel. Hey, we could be all sat here millionaires. You know what I mean? Remember that one?
It's just nice, though, just to occasionally think that you might have a bit of money to do some stuff. Dee, do you do the lottery, my darling?
No, I just manifest it.
Yeah,
I just see it in my head, and it's better than lottery. It never fails me. I don't need to log on to an app. I just visualize what I need. The universe provides it. There's no wee wanker winning more than me.
It's a very good way of doing it.
I do that. Pete says, probably referring to Danny.
Just pound
coins. The richest amongst us. I like this. D. Let's go. Carry on with you. If you're watching, please tell us what gets your goat. You can join in. Live comments will go along the bottom. We've got Jim putting them up for you. So if you've got anything to say, please say it and we can read it out. D. Drunk people in my space.
See, the thing is, growing up, right, I was in a very Scottish working class house, and, you know, I used to, and it would get to the point where your auntie would be like, I fucking love you, baby. No, I know I've not seen you for 6 fucking months, but see me and you, we've got a fucking connection. And I had all that my life, right? And then it would be like your uncles would go, no, do you think you're harder than me? Hospital or graveyard? What one you wanting? Oh. So when I got older, I just thought, fuck that. Anyone's in here, that's coming out and nothing's getting said. Fucking stay out of my space. Even at gigs, I've got to be like, get off me. You're too drunk.
One second. What about that fake ticket you gave your missus, Dan?
Oh shit, I forgot to tell you about that. Right, so what happened is I popped round a mate's house because I borrowed his headset because I needed for a sketch I was doing online. So anyway, when I give him it back, he said, here. I said, what's this? It was a scratch card. He said, it's a fake one. He went, get Amy with it. I went, I said, I can't do that, mate. He went, yeah, it'll be like $5,000 or something, 10 grand. He said, so she'll be pissed off for a little bit. He said, but she won't kick off. Like, it's not like $1 million or like that. I was like, oh, great. So I can just see your faces now. Like if this wasn't online, you would have all slapped me by now, right? Before I've even started telling the story, right? So basically, I got in the kitchen. She's doing the dinner, and I went, "Oh, I've just found my scratch card in my pocket. I forgot I had this." I said, "Should we scratch it off before dinner?" She was like, "Oh yeah, go on then." So she's scratching it. Anyway, she won 50 grand, right? She's buzzing, she's jumping up and down, and I'm jumping up and down with her. And I'm trying to say to her, read the back, because obviously if you read the back, it tells you that it's a joke, right? So I'm going, read the back. She's going, I can't, I'm crying, I can't believe I've won 50 grand.
Oh,
right?
no.
Oh my God. So anyway, she said, you're going to have to read it out. So I'm like, right, are you ready, babe? She's like, yeah. You can see she's like nearly having a heart attack. And I said, if under £100, you have to go to your local newsagents and claim your prize. That's standard. But if you win over £100, e.g. 50 grand, you have to write a letter to Santa. And she just looked at me and she went, are you fucking serious? I was like, yeah. And I'm not going to lie, Keris, right? It took her 3-4 days until she started talking to me properly again. And then she said to me, she went, I'm meant to be on a diet. Go to the shop and get me some fucking chocolate, right? So I went to the shop and I've bought her some chocolate, right? And I've given her, I bought 2 scratch cards for her because I thought, so she went, if I win on these, you're getting fuck all, right? Which is understandable. Anyway, she won 20 quid. So now I owe her £49,980. So,
Don't worry, Dan. We're going to make that tonight, son. You'll be golden.
I would have lost
I didn't want to tell Dee because I know she'll fucking give me a bunch of 5s when I see her next.
Yeah, that would have.
Deserve it.
Good. I'm surprised she's still with you, but keep on keeping her on your side. Some people in the States, Dee, going back to that. So, in theory, then this lockdown shit and social distancing could work in your favour.
I've always voluntarily social distanced anyway. You know, and it's good now when you're out in the crowd and folk are going, Dee, can I get a picture? I'm like, mate, I'm just like, it's not that I think I'm anything special. I just need the distancing.
See, there's nothing worse. I don't drink a lot, but there's nothing worse than heading somewhere where people have been drinking for a long time before that you've got there. So you turn up and you're like, I can't deal with this level of shit. I just need to fuck off. You either need to down like 12 bottles of vodka to get on board with where they are, or you just fuck off home. Go on, Esther. Drunk people, Esther. Do you like drunk? Do you drink a lot, Esther?
Yeah, I drink. Not a kind of but very rarely sober. But no, but like, you know, before I started gigging, obviously the only times I'd be coming home on the like midnight tube and stuff is because I was drunk. So I never really took in the kind of absolute shit show that was going on. But then I started gigging and I wasn't drinking, so I was coming home at night on the tube with all the other drunks, and you're just, it's like I Am Legend. It's just like all the zombies come out and you're just sat there on the tube while people are just like slow vomiting down themselves, and you've got some guy opposite just doing the drunk, you know, perv stare, and you're like, yeah, you're all a disgrace to human beings.
Can you imagine what a shit show that is to somebody that doesn't live in London, that comes to London from the Cotswolds and then has to sit on like a night bus or a night tube, and you're like, I'm like, clearly in a different fucking universe here.
Sorry, can you just move your urine-soaked dog so I can sit down? Is that all right? So sorry.
Yes, of course it can get up on my lap. No problem.
Fine. No, I really enjoy the fact that you're having oral sex against me. More, please.
Oh, I need to be on that night tube. That sounds quite fun. Danny, drunk people?
Drunk people, right? To be honest, I don't mind meeting really drunk people because it makes me realise that I'm not an alcoholic, because I like to drink. Do you know what I mean? So when I see these people, I compare myself to them and I go, do you know what? I'm safe. I'm going to live a bit longer than I thought I would. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, you get some people who are such a pain in the ass. I'd done a gig New Year's Day and I went to my local social club, and there was this lad who I know, but I hadn't seen him in ages. And he comes up to me and he goes, Dan, and he wouldn't not, well, he'd say hello to me, but he wouldn't come over and start, all right, mate, how's it going? And anyway, he comes and sits on the table where I'm sitting. And I'm like, this is weird. And my mates are going, do you know him? I was like, yeah, I know him to say hello to, but he doesn't normally, like, do you know what I mean? Anyway, he started sitting on my knee. I was like, mate, this is getting a bit weird now. Like, what are you doing, you know? Anyway, his mate got hold of him, and I said, I tell you what, I said, if I ever fucking drink that much, lads, just fucking kick me out. They went, oh, Dan, it's not just drink. He's on MDMA. I'm like, oh, well, that's fair enough. Do you know what I mean?
There you go, then. That sums it up. If you're watching at home, please share the link. I know the night bus from Glasgow is a night. Share the link so we can get more viewers, and you can join in with your like comments. We'll put them up along the bottom. Jim will do that for us, and you can also donate if you've got any spare cash. Esther, back to you. Women who say, "Oh, I'll treat myself when eating cake."
Can't handle it. Can't handle it. It's like, just eat the food. If you want to eat it, just eat it. I'm not going to sit there and act like this is a massive treat. Winning the lottery is a treat. Sitting there, and you're sat there and it's just like a piece of cake. And they're like, oh, all right, shall we treat ourselves? I'm like, no, if I'm going to treat myself, it's going to be a bottle of wine and a fuck off cigar. It's not going to be a slice of lemon drizzle. Like, let's think about what we deserve as a treat. It's not going to be a fucking scone.
Yeah. I like it when
cake. Just cake. It's not a treat, it's just food, darling.
My mum's constantly kind of on a diet. So if we catch her in the kitchen sneaking in a bit of cake, she'll be like, but I've been good all day. We haven't done anything. We don't give a shit. Eat what you want. If you want to fucking eat it, I don't really care. Oh, I've been really good today, so I'm just going to treat myself to this. I don't care. Just fucking shut up. I don't really care. Like,
drug addicts did that. Huh? Imagine if drug addicts were just there in the living room with like a strap, just going, no, it's fine, I've been good all day. No, it's fine, just treat myself.
Yeah, Richard could go with a bit of Mandy. I'm sure that's a code name for MDMA. I'm not sure myself because I don't do drugs. Dee, for fuck's sake, get a glass for your Iron Brew Extra if you ran out of glasses. She just drinks out the bottle, that one. Dee, do you ever treat yourself to a slice of cake?
I really have to extend this conversation to happy clappy diet clubs, all right? Because I was, as we know, very, 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 very heavy, and my mum grabbed my fat ass off the couch and took me to a local slimming club, and I honestly thought I'd entered the twilight zone. Janet's not been here for 2 weeks, and she's only on 200. She's here. And look at her wee face. You just have to put your big girl pants on and just get back on it. Oh, look at you, 7 pounds down, Sylvia, with 2 Chinese. Fuck off, you fat bastard, and get into a calorie deficit and stop kidding yourself on. And that's why I can say that, because I'm still a fat bastard. I'll stop using that joke when I'm not.
Well, currently my mum does a Zoom every Monday afternoon with Slimming World, and to listen to it literally makes me want to slash my wrists. And the fact is, this week the slimmer of the week, tell us, she's lost 2 pounds. Tell us where I saw you though, Sharon. Tell us where I saw you. Tell them where I saw you. Oh, we saw each other in the chip shop, and she still lost 2 pounds. Yeah, but Sharon's going to put that £2 on plus more next week. It's just going to balance itself out.
It drives me to distraction. It's even like my mum will go, you know, I've not had a good week. You see the lasses there? They're just amazing. I mean, and then they go, I've no motivation. I eat stir fries. Well, stop eating stir fries and make something else.
Exactly.
Danny, do you have problems with dieting or treating yourself to your Vimto lolly of 39 calories?
You know what, right? Well, that's the thing. If you're going to have something that you enjoy, do it that's within your calorie count. Do you know what I mean? But I am on the same page as you, Esther. I am a fucking bottle of wine, man. Like, if me and Amy wants to treat ourselves, so to speak, I'm fucking 2 bottles of rosé and she's 2 bars of chocolate. You know what I mean? Like, each to their own. But, like, yeah, it's just,
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Danny. You're probably one of a very small percentage of men that knows how many calories are in a Vimto lolly.
I probably are. Do you know what, right? You know, I sometimes train MMA. So I've been to the MMA gym and we're hitting mixed martial arts, right? So, like UFC. So we're hitting pads, we're fucking rolling about, we're trying to rip each other's head off, we're trying to choke each other, we're trying to rip each other's arms off. And then at the end of the lesson, I go to them all, how many calories do you reckon we burned? And then, lads, do you know what I mean? And they all looked at me as if to say, what, you have just asked us how many calories we've just burned? Fuck off, Dan. Like, you know what I mean? We've just been doing the most manliest thing ever. Right. It's like rolling around with each other and trying to fucking kill each other. And you're asking us how many calories we've just burned. Fucking get out now.
I'd have like kicked your head in, to be perfectly honest. And Danny, we'll stay with one of yours in a minute. If you're watching at home, please share the link. You can join us live. Well done. Always cheer us up every week. Thank you, Richard. You can also donate if you have any spare cash. But sharing the link to get more viewers be superb. Thank you very much. This is Gets My Goat. Gets Your Goat. Tell us what gets on your tits. Danny, people who give children wrong information to scare them.
Oh, do you know what, right? When I was a kid, I've had this all my life. When I was a kid, right, say I'd be in the supermarket or I'd be in, any shop, and I'd be running around, because that's what kids do. Do you know what I mean? You're running around and you're being a little bastard. My mum would scare me, right, with somebody called the man. Like, I'd be running around and she'd go, he's the man. And you'd go, oh, fucking hell, where's the man? I am now 33 and I have still never met the man. It's awful. You know what I mean? Have you met the man, have you?
I think I have, yeah.
Have you?
A few of them.
The man, your mum goes on about, the actual man.
Bit rapey, bit hampy.
Right, okay. Oh, that man.
Yes. Hang on. Oh, quickly, a question here from Angela. Would you fart in front of your ex? Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, Dee?
I don't fart in front of anybody.
Wow.
Like the Queen.
Because I thought if you say you wouldn't fart in front of the Queen, you shouldn't fart in front of everybody. I quite like that moral. That's nice, that.
I don't fart. I just think it's disgusting, and see when my family do it in front of me, they laugh because they know how much I just think I'm like, you're absolutely bogging. I've just put the dinner on. It's cauliflower. Now it's ruined. Go away.
See, farting I don't mind. Burping. Oh my god.
Oh, burping. Yeah, I've got things about burping. Burping's
my
really...
son does it. He does it in my face. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't even
No,
speak
I
about
his
it.
head off his shoulders.
Can't handle it.
Danny. So the man. Who was the man? Was the man going to kidnap you?
Never met the man. I've never met the man, and my mum used to scare the shit out of me with it. And I tell you what else used to scare me with when I was a kid, which you won't have had, but I think every male has, is when you were like playing with your todger, like pulling your willy when you were a kid. My mum used to tell me it'll fall off, and I used to believe her. And I used to
really did worry where you were going with that there, Danny. I was really concerned where you were going with that there. I think we all were a little bit. Yeah, things like that. But I'm sure that didn't stop you because you look like a right wanker. Hey, were you told anything as a child to scare you?
Well, obviously, being Scottish, we've got to obviously tone it down when we come down and tell you stories. But since we're all in our own comfortable backgrounds, I'll tell you our story that my mother did to us. My mum used to say to us, watch this for a head fuck for a 7-year-old child. You know, behaving yourself. We'll see the man in the white coat with the white van with the square wheels. He's coming to get you. Oh, I just thought about, if this guy can come for me in a white van with square fucking wheels, he's mental. I don't want to meet him.
With square wheels?
Fucking square wheels that fucked my mind for years. That's how I ended up insane and hunters and narcotic drugs in the rave scene, then straightened up just before the pandemic.
Amanda's just put, we used to get told Maggie Murphy was coming for us, or we were getting
Maggie Murphy's the Scottish white, the horrible. Maggie Murphy was coming to get you. You fucking move.
I had Wee Willie Winky as well. If you don't go to bed, Wee Willie Winky's going to come and get you.
I'm talking about your penis.
I know
Esther, have you ever told your kids anything that's not true, or have you had it done?
Well, if you go and watch my stand-up online, you'll see the very cruel thing I do to torment my children, which is doing an impression of the guy from Jigsaw on Saw down the phone to freak my kids out. But do you know what? No, do you know what? This is middle-class parenting has fucked us up, because before we could just give them like, you just got a slap before. Now we've got to do this psychotic shit to try and control our kids because we've got no way of scaring them. We're like, oh yeah, that's psycho. He'll come and he'll torture the fuck out of you if you don't do what I say. Wouldn't it be easier?
Danny's just got a threat here. Danny still gets threatened with the man. Something about, I'll be sure to get Steph to threaten you with the man on Sunday. Who's Steph?
Steph's I do a show with Steph on Sunday.
There we go.
Steph used to be my teacher, so she's used to telling me off.
The man.
Steph the man.
Esther,
right, Esther.
Our parenting's so the same. There's a connection here.
Well, this is it though.
Yes,
what I would say about parenting, if they haven't gone into some kind of therapy at any point in their life, I think we failed as parents, to be perfectly honest.
They got therapist.
I take great pride in that. Where are we going to go? D. We're going to go to one of yours. D. People who say, "Do as I do as I do, not do as I say." Oh, hang on, Isabel. My first husband's sister was called Maggie Murphy. Shit me right up when I met her. So D. People who do as I do, not as do as I say.
All grown up, even teachers, right? They all said to my mum, that determination, that that stubbornness will stand her in good stead. But when she refuses to respond to humouring and praise to the gallery constantly, so basically, nah, I'm not fucking up for it at all. No. No. See this shit when they stand there and they're smoking like drugs and they're a drug dealer, but your uncle tells you that he just delivers things and he's away to see a man about a dog. He must have seen 1,000 dogs. And then I get into trouble at school and he said that, like, do you want to grow up into a scummy bastard? And I'm like, Well, and then it would be my mum would go out and batter neighbours and put them in the bin. This is a true story. My mum put the neighbour in the bin, told me to sit on top of it. It was the old bins. The woman couldn't breathe. So I was part of a bit of attempted murder. And then my mum says when I battered somebody at school that I was violent and terrible and needed a counsellor.
We're on our last 10 minutes. Tell us what gets you go. Please join us with your live comments. You can also share the link. That's lovely. Danny, have you ever used the phrase "do as I
say"? Well, no, because you're just not setting an example, are you? Do you know what I mean? It's like when you were saying about your uncle's seen 1,000 dogs. Do you know what I mean? Like, will all them dogs off the tit? And don't take drugs while someone's doing a fucking line and telling you not to take drugs. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just the most ridiculous thing ever.
Esther?
Do you know what pisses me off though is that we're now in the culture of kind of like healthy eating and stuff. And what pisses me off is that I'll smoke a rollie, right? Okay. And I'll be sat there and gigging, you're constantly with a lot of millennials and they're like, I would never smoke. Smoking is so bad for you. And it's really important to be like gluten-free and to be vegan. And then you see them after a gig doing 25 lines of Coke and you're like, no, you're right. You're right. Your lifestyle is way healthier. Way healthier.
What about
vegan people don't eat anything because they're just full of gear all the time?
What about people
saying me about me going and doing a 2-meter social distance with my mum, right? Because my mum was really struggling, right? And this mad woman from my area put on, she's away upset. I was like, piss off! Don't tell me that you're not snorting lines off the toilet or every other weekend. The lockdown's not changed you.
Yeah.
What about the saying, "Woo! Don't do anything I wouldn't do"?
Yeah.
We've got our last 10 minutes, so we're going to tackle the strong subjects now, Esther, like Katie Hopkins.
Oh
yeah, no, I think it's just Katie Hopkins personified. It's just the I'm desperate to say anything to get a lot of attention. Like, I genuinely think that if Katie Hopkins went on social media and said "love everyone" and she knew that was going to get a reaction, she'd do it. So it's just that real fickle thing of just wanting to constantly get a reaction. It's so fucking draining all the time. She's
in Big Brother.
I did.
So little bits of the real Katie come out there, and you're like, actually,
there's a human being in there.
Yeah, but she knows.
But the thing that she said, like, I mean, this is quite dark, but it's things like this, like when that little lad was found dead on the beach, it got washed out, and she was like, show me more dead babies. I want more dead babies. And she went all over social media and said, and you're just like, oh, there's you personify online trolls. You're just this, what can I say to really upset people?
Because if she was nice, then nobody would really bother. Yeah. Danny, any views on Katie Hopkins?
Well, if that's her marketing techniques, then she's obviously doing very well from it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think because as comedians we rely on being funny and using our talent. So obviously that's our thing. But I just don't know how someone could literally just do things for attention by fucking getting hate back to you. Because I wouldn't be able to do it.
One of my favourite examples of these getting fucked off. One of my favourite examples of somebody that knows really how to do this is Gemma Collins, not Dee's friend Gemma Collins. Gemma Collins absolutely knows what she's doing. She's got the GC, which is the mean, stupid cunt, and then she's got her Gemma Collins persona. But I
don't know anything that she posts. What does she post?
Gemma Collins. Oh, you just got to watch. Is she off Towie originally?
Yeah. No, I know who she is, but I don't know what she posts.
But she makes money off of just playing this character. Oh, she's an attention-seeking, frigid cumbucket. Is he talking about me? She's like obviously a self-made millionaire, 5 million she's got in the bank, whatever, and she just knows exactly what she is doing down to a T to make people like her but hate her, but like her but hate her. Anyway, we're not going to go to D.
Yes, we go.
Yes,
Yes, Dave, I've done psychology. Katie Hopkins was a child that didn't fit in with her class. She was too rich to be in the poor, and she was too poor to be in the rich. So she's decided to become a super fucking bitch, and she knew that the world would hate her, but she already hated her fucking self, so it didn't matter. And she's not a woman. She's not empowering. It's not a marketing strategy. It's a big, fat, huge cunt. That's what it is.
There we go.
See? But Gemma Collins, in the defence of Gemma Collins, in the defence, I've got the D Maxwell stage that talks about disgusting things, about sexual content that I know winds up even the male comedians and do it anyway. And then I have D Maxwell and, you know, in my day life with my children, you know, and I'm just sitting down here in a wee town in Scotland. So
Stuart thinks D needs to be put in a room with Katie. I don't think Katie would find
that. What are you talking about? You couldn't. I couldn't stand there. I would punch her fucking head off.
I'd be the ref.
You'll be the ref. Okay, cool.
I'll just we'll sell tickets and
the blood after it's all finished. We're going to tackle one more subject, Danny. You got calorie counting down, but to be perfectly honest, you bored the living shit out of me with your 39 calories for a Vimto lolly. So fuck that. We'll go to D. D. People who can't cut cheese right.
It's a real thing, right? No, I'm a cook, right? I make my cheese sauce for scratch. Everything I do, I've got a lot of purposes for my cheese, all right? And what happens is my uncle used to be the worst. Why the fuck do people take a block of cheese and go, I know what I'll do. I'll just put a big well in the middle of the cheese. I'll take half the fucking cheese out and then leave the side so no fucker can ever slice it again.
Who was that?
That's the sign of a criminal mind.
That's the man. That's the man, Danny.
That's the man.
That's the man would do.
It snuck into your fucking house.
They weren't square wheels. They were just blocks of cheese making its way towards you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
Unless you're kind of cutting it, there needs to be no other way to cut cheese.
No, but some people cut it and then it's uneven and then the line's wonky. It comes in a square or a rectangle. It's a proper shape and people fuck with it.
Yeah.
See, Kirsty, oh my God, I love cheese. Cheese is one of my things as well. Danny?
The thing is, like with cheese, you know, I think it does take a skill to get it right, if I'm honest. Because if I try and do myself a cheese sandwich, I put it on the bread and I look at it before I put the other slice of bread on, and it looks like a set of fucking stairs. Do you know what I mean? I've got like one slice like that. I've got one slice like that, and it's like someone could just walk down them. And then I just fucking say fuck you, and I just put a shitload of Branston pickle over it. Just
what about this? What about this? And this, don't you grate cheese? And was it Stuart that just put on? He buys grated cheese. My mum is one of those people that buys cheese grated
the same
in a bag.
It goes everywhere.
It does go everywhere when you do it that way.
But I literally would kill somebody if they fucked with my cheese, if they scooped a bit of cheese out the middle. I've been out with a couple of lads in recent years, not recent years, what am I talking about? Far gone years. And my ex-boyfriend, he didn't like cheese, and I was like, I can't see this going very far, and it couldn't, because You don't like cheese? What? You're dead to me. Dead to me.
Yeah. For you, D, right? Me and Amy do this thing where, and we've just only recently done it, and it's gorgeous. What are your views on this? So we'll get a tub of Philadelphia, and we'll scoop a bit out with a spoon, and then the bit we've scooped out, we put some sweet chili sauce in, and then we get the crackers and we just scoop it out, and it's beautiful. But I know it would fuck me all day though.
Danny, mate, do you know what just happened? Just a big puddle appeared on my couch. It's food porn. I would love that as long as you eat it all.
That was it, yeah. You have to eat it all. That sounded my son would fucking love that.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. It's Amy's idea, by the way, because every time she says, everything you talk about, it's like, it's my fucking joke. It's my idea, so I will give her credit for that one.
Right, we're going to end. That's it. We've all had Danny has managed to hold off on having a stroke or a heart attack today. I think Dee was gearing up for that when we brought up Katie Hopkins, and Esther, I can only blame you for that. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please share it. Keep sharing the link so we can get more views on here, and also donate if you can. Dee, anything to promote, my lovely?
What day is it?
Don't know, mate. Don't know. Fucking choose Wednesday.
Oh, it's Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday feeling, I've got Cameron Fulton, who is the actor who plays Tyler on River City.
Fabulous.
Him tomorrow.
Danny?
Oh, there we go. Chili sauce and Philly is lovely. I've got a show with Stephanie Aird at 6:30 on Facebook on Sunday evening.
Fabulous. Esther, have you got anything to promote, my lovely?
Oh, I'm just doing lots of silly shit on Insta Live. So follow me on Insta and you can follow some of the silly shit that I'm doing. But hopefully, if we're ever allowed out, come and watch me live one day.
Yes, with a face mask on. Thank you to all the comedians today. Thank you for joining in. Thanks, everybody. This has been Gets My Goat. Woo!